Yo, what is up guys, Sanoob here with the Raid Ready Bloodsucker build. This build is advertised for the Raid, but it can be used in any sort of group play, and it can just as effectively be used in solo play as well. As you can see in these clips, there are many situations where I get dropped to extremely low HP. What you guys need to understand is anytime I'm under like 20% of my total armor, your average glass cannon build would be almost dead at that point. Now, as far as usability in group play, this build is not going to be your primary DPS on the boss. What you want to do with this build is you want to run around and gun down every single ad you can see. This is a support build, not a DPS build. Right here, I'm just sort of flexing the self-sustain. I'm not even ducking for the reload because I'll let him melt me. But with patience, it's like he's barely doing anything. Patience is keeping me up. And then right when I get the kill, you see my armor like jump up a quarter of the bar. But yeah, now we can get into the actual build. This build is actually pretty difficult to get each essential piece. So since this is a tank build and your primary focus is not DPS but it's survivability, I'm going to start with talking about the armor. I normally start with the guns. No brainer here. You have Bloodsucker on your chest piece. You guys already know I'm always, for all my builds, I'm probably going to have a Fenris group chest piece. That's just how I like it, because then I can get a solid talent plus armor, and I don't really know of any like better combinations. Only thing about this piece that I wish was different was I wish this crit chance was weapon damage. Unfortunately, I cannot re-roll it to weapon damage since I chose to re-roll this to armor. But other than that, this is a really good piece for the Bloodsucker build. My other brand set I am running. So I'm running 2-piece Badger Tough, 1 Murakami for the +8 health, Gilligard for the +5 total armor. Then my holster, this is going to be, in this build, this is going to be your freebie slot. This is the one where you can pick anything you want, whatever talent, whatever attribute. You know, you could pick a ongoing directive gear set if you wanted to get a bunch of skill power or something. But this is your one slot that does not really matter. You can do whatever you want. I chose this piece because it just gives me a monster 40,000 health. I don't have anything that comes even close to that, so that's why I have this piece. My Gilligard knee pads, I have patience on them. I got a nice 12k armor, solid tank piece. Murakami backpack. So this piece, it's a good piece. I just wish I had safeguard here and I can't re-roll it. So that would be the only thing that would be like a potential upgrade to this build if I had safeguard here. Other than that, it's a very nice piece. Now this is the interesting part, Badger Tough. So you really need to find Badger Tough on your mask and on your gloves. The reason being, you can only get Badger Tough right here on your mask, backpack, or gloves. I never want to have a Badger Tough on my backpack because I love having my talents. Talents on backpack are so crucial to gameplay that like I just would not sacrifice it for anything. And as far as I'm concerned, you cannot get talents on a Badger Tough backpack. So that's why you really need to find a good Badger Tough mask and a good Badger Tough gloves, because what that gives you is plus 15% armor on kill. Now that we've spoken about gear, now that you can see you get this plus 15% armor on kill, let's look at the guns. My AK, I have preservation, get 10% armor over 5 seconds on a kill. Protected reload, 10% bonus armor while reloading. I think you guys can already see where I'm going with this. My Model 700, preservation, 10% armor over 5 seconds, headshots increase the repair, stop, drop, and roll. These are just 2 extremely tank-worthy guns. Now when you consider you have preservation on both of your guns, you have this 2-piece Badger Tough, you're essentially getting minimum 25% of your armor back on each kill. If you're killing a purple enemy, you will get 25% bonus armor when you break their shield, and then when you finish them off, you get a fat 25% armor back. The self-sustain on this build is insane. Let's look at the stat sheet after that cheesy pun. Talents I've already talked about: efficient, armor, bloodsucker, patience. This is whatever. I really wish I had filler up here, but it's fine. Weapon talents, preservation, talked about these. I do like liberty. It's just it's a nice thing for enemy electronics, really. That's the only thing I would ever use it for. Other than that, it's just a holster gun. Let's look at the weapon stats. No crit, negligible. 43 AR damage, and what is that? 23 shotgun damage. So you're still pulling out more than 40% damage on your primary while being such a self-sustaining build. So I mean, like, it's not like you're shit DPS. You still have good power. Now this is something important I want to talk about. I have very little damage to elites, and that is for a reason. So this build, it's not the best for solo play. I have a build that is similar to this for solo play, but you know, with the raid coming out, I want to give you guys a good group play build. The reason the damage to elites is so low on this build is because this is more of a ad control build. I don't know how many of you guys have tried the raid yet, but there's some serious, like, you know, picking of roles in the raid that you need to do. You know, who's focusing boss, who's focusing on objectives, who's focusing on ads. This build is built for ad control because you have no damage to elites, so you're going to be doing completely regular damage to reds and purples, which majority of the ads are reds and purples. You're going to be getting hella self-sustain from picking them off. You know, this build doesn't cater well towards, like, if you guys have done the raid, you know the first boss, Boomer, I think that was his name, the big tank. This is not going to do much damage on him. You know, you got low damage to elites, and, you know, none of your talents are going to come into play when you're fighting him unless you're working on the ads. So that's the reason I have low damage to elites. This is a ad control build, not a boss DPS build. You guys need to understand that if you want to be able to use this build properly. Defense, I'm not even gonna bother talking about it. You guys can just look through it and just see what seems important to you. But yeah, that'll basically sum it up. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Good luck on your raids, you guys, and I will see you next time. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace, you guys.